The process begins by checking the adhesive surface and taking measurements. The room temperature must be maintained at 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, the ideal temperature for adhesion of the interior film. When measuring the adhesive surface, you must remove all obstructions and be sure to take into account its direction. Although similar in shape, they can have varying sizes, so we recommend taking measurements of numerous surfaces. Next is the process of cutting the interior film. Use a rubber mat or the carpet as a surface, and use a rolling cutter for a clean and easy cut. After measuring the dimensions of the adhesive surface, cut it, leaving a 3 to 5 centimeter margin. The large marking on the back of the film signifies 10 centimeter increments, and the small marking 1 centimeter. Peel 10 to 30 centimeters of the film's liner. And lay it on the surface to determine the exact position. Align the top and side and slowly peel the liner while using a squeegee to compress every bit of the film onto the surface. Use the squeegee to make sure bent areas of the film have clean angles. Remove excess with a cutter and carefully finish off the corners to prevent any flaws. Using a squeegee for angles, grooves, and surfaces. And using felt for larger surfaces will help adhere the film to the surface effectively. When attaching film to the center groove area, first leave enough room equal to the width of the groove. Cut off the corners. And cut the film on the groove diagonally. Use a squeegee to attach the film on the horizontal area inside the groove. And clean off the protruding part of the horizontal cut surface and attach it. Insert the vertical part of the film into the groove. And finish it off by cutting off excess so that there are no overlaps in the film. For a cleaner finish, work from top to bottom or bottom to top so that the cut will not be visible. If there are overlapping areas of film on the angles or grooves, you must apply primer to prevent lifting of the film. In the case of overlapping surfaces, use plastic sheets to apply primer and wait for it to dry completely before attaching the film. When working with treated products that were overlapped, you should apply the water-based primer PM04 made especially for LG House's interior film and wait for it to dry completely. When working on bookshelves, it is best to wrap the border with film in one application. Make sure to crease the inside corners of the shelf into perpendicular angles using a squeegee. The procedure for doors is similar to wall surfaces, and you can use this same general method after dismantling the door. When working on doors, tilting it at a 45-degree angle before cutting prevents the door from sliding and the film from lifting. In the case of fire escapes and steel doors, you must sand debris in the welded area and remove all other contaminants with thinner or alcohol. You can attach the film to rounded surfaces such as desks or tables by cutting the film longer so that the film wraps around the surface, and using a dryer to pull the film while wrapping the film. At this point, make sure the surface you want to attach does not stick to other surfaces you don't want to attach. Secure the tip to the bottom surface using a squeegee. Overlap the film again in order to prevent contraction. And finish it off by attaching film to remaining areas. This is the procedure for attaching film to structures with lights. First, carefully attach the film using the general method to the entire surface. It is most efficient to cover the entire area with lights all at once. You can shape the film around the area with lights using your fingers. Cut the excess and reassemble the lights and accessories to finish it off. Once you're finished, you should check your work. You should make a thorough check of whether the angles are straight, the lines have been cut straight, whether there are any areas that haven't been cut completely, and whether the edges of the film are properly finished. You can see that the space is more beautiful and pleasant as a result of the interior film.